I knew where I was going to hide the treasure. And it was not difficult for me to write the poem that would lead somebody to the treasure, because it was something that was familiar to me. But I wrote it, and I tweaked it, and I changed words, and I changed the texture of it a couple of times. But the poem turned out exactly the way I hoped that I envisioned it, and I hoped that it would. I'm very pleased with the poem. It does everything that I wanted it to do.
This is episode 6 of Conversations with Cynthia. In this video, I'm going to talk about my reasons that I believe Jack found Forrest's treasure chest within Yellowstone National Park, and show the email exchange between Forrest and the park rangers, disclosing that if they find the treasure chest and confiscate it from a searcher's car, they will return it to Forrest Fenn. This is part of a FOIA request regarding Yellowstone National Park made by a searcher in July of 2020. The piece I want to share is in regard to the correspondence regarding Fenn's treasure, meaning between Yellowstone National Park and Forrest. This document is 44 pages long. This is an alert between a park ranger to other rangers in Yellowstone, alerting them about a treasure hunter headed to Yellowstone to retrieve the treasure chest hidden by Forrest Fenn. Not only do they contact Forrest, they state they should search this treasure hunter's car before he departs the park, confiscate the chest, and return it to the original owner, Forrest Fenn, with Forrest's contact information below. Throughout the email exchanges, Forrest even uses Chase Chat for information regarding this particular treasure hunter to assist the Yellowstone Park Rangers. It's been over 2 weeks since I started this video. A lot has happened in the last several days. This video is not about ethics. This video is not about what Jack should or shouldn't do, or what Jack should or shouldn't reveal. This video is not about what Odious Soul owes to the public, or what Odious Soul should or shouldn't share with the public. All I want to do here is present some of the content from what took place over the last few days, and add some of my pictures from a 2018 search I did around Slough Creek, which is one of the places named coming up in this video. I hope you enjoy this presentation.
What I can tell you for certainty is Jack did email me. As I said in my text to Christy, when Jack came out as the finder, I was so curious if he had corresponded with me and if maybe some of my videos had helped him find the treasure chest. So I searched my email addresses, and lo and behold, he had emailed me. So he first emailed me June 24th of 2018 at 5:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will read most of this email, but I'm going to leave out, I think it's 2 sentences about where he was searching. So the email, subject line is Fenn on his spot. He goes, "Hey Shannon, I love your YouTube channel." And then I'm not going to read the next 2 sentences. My interest was piqued when I heard you say on a video that you contacted Fenn about getting him his treasure back in exchange for info on why the spot is important to him. And he responded that he wouldn't divulge that info even then. Was that a direct quote? Would you mind forwarding the email? I think the psychology of choosing his spot is very important, and I love this detail. Thanks for all you share, Jack. I replied to him and I said, here is his exact reply. It would not be a secret anymore if I told you, Shannon. Sorry, F. And then Jack replied, very interesting, thanks. And that was it. So June 24th, second email was June 25th. Didn't hear from him after that. But he did say that he just went searching in a particular area. He was the area wasn't small that he mentioned, but, well, I mean, I guess kind of. His area definitely put like a radius on a map, maybe even more of like a rectangle. So I know where he searched. And then based off of everything else he said, when stuff that he's come out where I personally, and this is where we get to the opinion pieces, I personally feel that his warm waters hot probably didn't change. I feel like his Homa Brown probably changed, and from there on. But that's my opinion. So I believe, like, I know a 10-mile radius of where the treasure chest was found. Now, anybody who's gone searching will tell you that 10-mile radius is freaking huge. We do know the state. We know the state that it was found in. So based on that and the information he shared, like, I feel I know about where it was. I mean, exact location, no way. But I'm content. I am very content knowing that Jack is the finder. Britt Chaser, I am the person who Jack emailed where he was searching. Don't know if you ended up catching that. So he told me where he was searching his first trip out. So Jack has definitely said that he tweaked some things when he returned. And it's really funny because I can't help, like, I had a search partner for a very, very, very brief point. Not going to mention who this person is, but they had a couple of ideas on solves. And they had one solve that I'll tell you what, knowing where Jack was searching the first time, I don't think he changed it up too much after that. Like I said, I believe his warm waters hot was probably the same. Not that he said what his warm waters hot was, but where he was searching would make you believe that that was where he thought warm waters hot was. But I am pretty sure that where this particular search partner was, one of his solves was probably within 100 feet of the treasure chest. And like, that's what my gut is telling me. But again, that's just speculation. So I'm moving on. Were you able to match the poem with the search area? So Amy, where he was searching, I only know where he searched the first time. So I don't know where he found the treasure. I don't know where he searched the second time. I don't think, like I said, I don't think his warm waters hot probably changed. I think some of his twists and turns along the way probably did. So I did not try to match the poem with anything because I don't have enough details or specifics in order to be able to do that. But I do feel, just because there is so much stuff coming from Jack from different people, and every once in a while I'll pick up on that stuff. I do feel I'm fairly confident that I know about where it was, and based on some of the research, and then also, like I said, I had a search partner who kind of walked me through his solve at one point, and it was like when Jack found it, and then I found out about Jack's email, and I was reading a couple things. I remember that solve like popped in my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if that was like that seems like that is so possible now. So I don't know, all just speculation. I could go down the rabbit hole if I really wanted to, but just all speculation.
Okay, so search partner, here's the information. I know Shannon's search partner. I knew he was searching in Wyoming, and I knew some related details. I had many phone conversations with this person, so I don't recall all of what was said, but written communication obviously stays a little bit longer, and I was able to pick out some of the things. I know there was more information. Quite honestly, this was a few years ago, because I was actually approached by the search partner to say, do you want to work with Shannon and I? We just partnered up. I had a little bit of a conversation with Shannon. She knows I know her search partner. This was back in 2018-ish, maybe, 2018. So that's where I almost think Shannon's doing this intentionally, because she knows I know. And she knows I'll probably put it out. So his search, when I was approached, his search location, or like, he did not go through WWWH all the way through. I'm going to go over what information I have, because we kicked back and forth pertinent things that was important to his solve. Cynthia says, My truck is packed. I'm ready to hit the road. Okay, so that's the background on a person I knew in the community, and he actually said, I've search partnered up. Do you want to search partner up? We didn't end up doing that, but that is why I have the information related to his solve. Okay. So this searcher searched in Wyoming. I can confirm that. This searcher searched in Yellowstone Park. The area, this is the specific things that I have confirmed, I will tell you, meaning I don't know if this is the right location. This is what I have from Shannon's search partner. So searched in Wyoming, searched in Yellowstone National Park. The area has a very large opening or meadow nearby. At the spot, he never saw animals, but it was a place that had buffalo, deer, and elk. You guys might consider some of this more groundbreaking than others, but I wanted to be as thorough as I can with the information. He had given me information related to his solve in two ways. You take this the way you want. Slough Creek, and keyword from Terry Scant, you're going to need to look it up because it's a long one. It's about the bells and bighorn. And I know I already saw some of you putting bighorn in before we started. I actually don't know what to make of that exactly, but Slough Creek is where I focused at the time, thinking, could it be here type of thing. So
these pictures are from my recon here, the end of May 2018. Notice how high and swift the current is this time of year. I wanted to cross Slough Creek at this ford, but was afraid I'd be knocked off my feet. If this was indeed the creek Jack crossed to retrieve the chest, could he have crossed it a week later, June 5th and 6th, assuming the weather, temperatures, and snowmelt were consistent? One of the things Forrest mentioned could be a blaze was a scar on a rock. This gentle hillside had boulders strewn throughout the trees with lots of nooks. Here are photos of some of the nooks where the chest wasn't. Jack said, "The main reason I think Forrest wouldn't say whether the treasure was buried or not was that he didn't know. It was left on the ground, but not on level ground. It was left in a nook where it would likely sink some over time due to the weight, and dirt and weeds would blow in and around it, and pine needles and other forest debris would fall on top of it. Nature was burying it over time. I felt fortunate that I found it early enough in the hunt that, while it was covered by debris, I could tell something was there, and the lid was still above the surface of the ground."
I said in my book that part of me is in that chest, and I'm not talking about the autobiography. I'm talking about part of my soul is in there. There are things in there that are very dear to me. In 2,000 years, I hope someone finds that chest and gives it to the Smithsonian, and they put it on display and raise the lid and let everybody look at what, and tell the story, the entire story that happened 2,000 years ago. Does that not get you excited?
Last night I dreamed I talked to Forrest. I told him about the YouTubers and what they said. I asked Forrest, "What does this all mean?" Forrest replied,
"Not a damn thing."
And then Forrest added,
"Don't mess with my poem.